Gotta see my name in lights. Gotta see my name in lights. Gotta see my name in lights. Hollywood or bust. Hollywood or bust. Gotta see my name in lights. Gotta see my name in lights. Gotta see my name in lights.
If you don't listen to the FM images, so you're racist.
The world is like a ride at an amusement park, and when you choose to go on it, you think it's real, because that's how powerful our minds are. And the ride goes up and down and round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored, and it's very loud, and it's fun for a while. Some people have been on the ride for a long time, and they begin to question, is this real, or is this just a ride? And other people have remembered, and they come back to us, and they say, hey, don't worry, don't be afraid, ever, because this is just a ride. And we kill those people. Shut him up. We have a lot invested in this ride. Shut him up! Look at my furrows of worry. Look at my big bank account and my family. Has to be real. It's just a ride. But we always kill those good guys who try and tell us that. You ever notice that? And let the demons run amok? But it doesn't matter because it's just a ride. And we can change it anytime we want. It's only a choice. No effort, no work, no job, no savings of money. A choice right now between fear and love. The eyes of fear want you to put bigger locks on your door, buy guns, close yourself off. The eyes of love instead see all of us as one. Here's what we can do to change the world right now to a better ride. Money we here and send it feeding, clothing, and educating the poor of the world, which it would many times over, not one human being excluded, and we can explore space together, both inner and outer, forever.
Hey, it's about time we had this conversation. If you want a beard like this, or close to this, or even half as good, use Luxurious Bastard Beard Oil. Promo code LEGENDARY for a discount, and step your game up. Yo, welcome back to the greatest show in the entire universe. How you doing, man? Can you not hear me? What is going on? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you not hear me? Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what was going on. I guess Sean will be back in a second. Probably figuring out whatever's going on with the internet. Today's guest, though, PJ, how you doing, brother?
Good, how you doing, man?
Good, man. That intro was like super long. That was the longest intro I think I've ever seen in my life.
That's a doozy.
There we go.
I can hear you, brother. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you guys doing?
Good. It was funny, like, watching the intro. I saw it go from, like, 15 people to 600 people, so I'm sorry, the 15 people that saw the intro while everybody else got here, but,
Dude, that song sounded like something one of my dad's friends would make.
What's that like?
What's that like?
And what's having a dad like? Is it cool?
What's having a dad like? It's pretty cool sometimes.
Yeah, what is that?
They're good and bad things, you know?
Yeah, I like this song. It just took forever, you know? I was, like, excited about getting the episode going, man, you know? I was like, man, I'm, like, really hyped, and, like, but I feel like it was good to get people here because we only had, like, 12 people watching the song, basically, and then as soon as it hits, like, ads and stuff, we got, like, a couple hundred now, and so I feel better about it. I feel better about getting a guy from Fozzy here now, like, without wasting time talking to 12 people, bro, you know? Like,
wouldn't be my first time, trust me.
Yeah, it just would have been a Zoom call. You know, you got to break the 500 people mark, so it's a podcast. Otherwise, you just got a Zoom call, you know?
A glorified Zoom call.
Yeah.
So what's up, PJ? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm home for a couple days. You know, got to spend Memorial Day here at home and, you know, take care of the house.
Nice.
Back on the...
So you said you go back out on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
So what band are you going out with on Thursday? I know you playing so many.
I know. It's always a loaded question. Like, hey, when's your band playing? It's like, which
band?
Fozzy goes back out. We have another week. We're doing this Ugly Kid Show tour.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Another week with that.
Dude, I saw some. I think I saw a picture the other day on your Instagram of some of the crowds looking very nice on that tour. How's that going?
It's going pretty good, man. You know, it started off a little bit light, like in the West Coast and stuff, but it got better as we made our way across the country. You know the pockets, the usual good stuff.
Yeah, the West Coast is not the not the rock territory, you know, that we like it to be.
Yeah, starting a tour in LA is always kind of like hit or miss.
Yeah. Agreed. I used to live in LA and you know, every tour had to start and end on the West Coast, of course, and
Yeah.
Now I moved out to Arkansas now, and it's a much better like home base and hub to bounce around the country and be close to like all the better rock markets, you know.
You don't have to go to LA at all.
And we don't. We don't. It's kind of nice, you know. So
Where are you at?
I'm actually in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're on tour right now.
Albuquerque. We had a.
Yeah.
I think we were there on a Monday night a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. That sounds about right. What venue were you playing?
What did we play? What's the theater there? The Sunshine Theater?
Sunshine.
Yeah.
Nice. We're playing at Launchpad, which is like just down the street. Really nice part of town, right?
It is. It's a funky kind of town. I mean, it's like a city, but there's nobody there
except crackheads.
Yeah. Once the sun goes down, man, I'll go wandering off. Get your after show food before the show.
Absolutely, dude. We played here last time. We played here at the same venue. My guys texted me ready, you know, like we were ready to take the stage there, and so I was shutting down my RV, and I step out the side door, and there's like literally just 10 crackheads just all hanging out right around my RV door, and I was just like, well, you know, it's out of my hands at this point.
You gotta go do the show. It's like playing. What about a Great American Music Hall in San Francisco? Been there?
I don't think so.
It's downtown San Francisco. It's wow.
Frisco's gone, dude. That you can kiss that one goodbye at this point.
Wow, man. I hadn't seen shit like that in a long time, and I played that place twice in a year this past year. I couldn't believe it. I mean, literally, people up against the bus just. I'm like, wow.
Giving themselves vaccines just right there up against your butt.
Yeah. Not afraid of the jab.
Right. That's great. So, how long had it been between the time that you were there that it wasn't as bad, and then this last time?
In San Francisco?
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't tell you the last time I played in downtown San Francisco. What do they call it? That section. It's called like the chicken wing or the ham bone or something, because they used to. I don't know what the name of it is, but man, I honestly, it had to have been 91 since the last time I played.
So we're talking couple decades.
It was ghetto in 2014. Like the Bay has trash all in it and shit, man. Like all the homeless people are like shit in the streets and yelling at you all crazy. Like fucking like everybody's like, I like getting an Outburger, and like all these like crackheads around it. It's so ghetto, dude. Like I fucking hate California, man.
Yeah,
it's like we started this Ugly Kid Joe tour at the Regent, and you know where that is? It's right by Skid Row. It's right by that Cecil Hotel that was on that Netflix documentary. The girl mysteriously died. She was found in the water tank on the roof of the place.
I remember that story. Yeah,
literally across the street.
So you can get your drugs at Skid Row and then perform like right there. That's pretty convenient, though. I mean,
but it was funny because Whitfield, singer for Ugly Kid Joe, he went to go get dinner after soundcheck and stuff. Him and his tour manager, and they turned the corner and somebody just started shitting in the street. He's like, forget it.
That's San Francisco. Yeah, that's San Francisco.
No, this is L.A. This is right.
Oh, L.A. Holy fire! Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that'll turn your appetite right around right there. Seeing that.
That'll keep you thin.
Yeah. L.A. is real bad. I mean, my God, dude.
That's another one. I haven't been down in that area in L.A. It's probably in 30 years.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I mean, we were playing it still up until about 2018, I think was the last time we went there. But then with the entire Rona issue and all the craziness that entailed, we just kind of cut off the West Coast a little bit there, and some of the Northeast as well. You know, it all got a little bit crazy for us up in those places. So we kind of, and you know, I mean, those aren't just the rock strong cities.
Yeah, there's
Anywhere.
no love lost there. I mean,
Right.
you know, Hollywood, North Hollywood, you can get into like, you know, the whiskey or, you know, you know, there's still some rooms there where rock is alive for sure. But
Yeah,
you know, it's always hit or miss. A lot of competition going on there.
it's true. Well, and they're all listening to different styles of music at this point. You know, the
Mumble
rock,
rap. Mumble rap.
mumble
You guys,
rap.
yeah, you guys need face tattoos and you get less talented, and like you'll get their attention real fast.
Yeah.
That's
One
what
more.
it seems. That's what it seems like. I mean, there's not a lot of popular music that I'm jamming to right now. You know, but
That's like you change your name to like Lil Bonabane, you know, like you'll fucking kill, dude.
it's true. It's true.
Worth a shot, man.
It's worth a shot.
It's worth a
Dude,
shot.
As a
Just-
fan of what you're doing, though, PJ, like what, like is it crazy being like Chris Jericho, like working with Chris Jericho on a band stuff? That's like nuts to me. As a wrestling fan, as a music fan, that's kind of nuts. Like,
Yeah, it's funny because I never saw him wrestle. I've known him for about, I don't know, 13
you were any
or
fan of
15
wrestling
years.
prior?
I wasn't into, I mean, I was into wrestling like when I was a kid. So,
Mm.
you know, WWF. And then, but by the time I was like 11, 12, I was full on music and I was out. You know, I wasn't into wrestling anymore. And, you know, I met Chris. Chris was a fan of Trixter. So we went out to dinner with him one night. And so we just became friends over music. I never saw him wrestle until 2.5 years ago. We were on tour, and the way we tour is we have to do 5 shows in a row, take 2 days off, do 5 shows in a row, 2 days off, and so on, because he's got to be on TV every week. So he goes home on Tuesdays, and then Wednesdays he goes to wherever AEW is filming. So this one time we were on the road, and we just happened to be routed. Like, oh, he's wrestling in Chicago. We're in Chicago, so we all went. And that was the first time I saw him wrestle.
What's awesome? What event you go to? Like, was it like a Raw or something, or like a pay per view, or what kind of thing?
I think it was a pay-per-view actually.
Dope.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
It's like 2 years ago. Yeah.
That's cool. I was a wrestling fan too. I mean, I'm old now, but I mean, I love that. I love that stuff as a kid too, like Attitude Era stuff. Like Jericho's the man, dude. Like, and your bands get like our producer Cody knew a lot of raw stuff, and like I kind of showed me some of that stuff too. I wasn't like country, but I mean, I was just like being like clued in, doing homework and stuff. Sounds cool, you know. You guys got a lot going on.
Oh, that's cool. Who's your producer?
Cody. He's like, I'll bring him on the screen to make him.
Okay, I saw him before. Yeah.
Yeah. This guy right here. The guy right there. Oh yeah, he was saying
that fucking guy.
That fucking dude. He was saying
dude.
No, he was saying he likes your bands and stuff too. He's going through and kind of showing me some stuff. We're jamming out to some Raw while we're waiting on you gentlemen to get here. You know. So
cool.
Doing some last minute homework and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, Raw's great. That's how PJ and I met like 20 years ago.
How'd you guys meet? That's probably a dope story. Like, how'd you guys meet? Like Grindr or something?
We were just on the scene at the same time.
Way before Grindr, man. We were the OG.
This predated MySpace, let alone Grindr.
Sure.
That, yeah.
I'm not judging. I was just wondering. You know.
Yeah, we were doing festivals together and stuff, and then we were out and about when I think I think Rock came out just a little bit before Smile came out.
Yeah.
Right? And then you know, it was kind of thing to where we would do these festivals, and we'd always see like the newer bands that come out, you know, and you guys just like we did start out on the second stage, and boom, before you know it, main stage, and then you know, next thing you know, we're opening for you guys, and it's, you know,
I don't remember that.
No,
I don't remember that. I just remember playing lots of fests and passing each other, and we did play a couple of like club dates together too. I remember. I think something in Jersey once, maybe, or
That's dope.
I think we did something in Albany and maybe Jersey.
Hey, PJ, what's all those platinum records behind you? Are those all platinum and gold records behind you, or like you got to stack up like Sean does?
I have 2. One of them was I have a Trixter one, I have a Fozzy one, and
That's so
there's a Warren.
What's it like being fucking awesome? Like, what's it like being like better than everybody else?
Well, I wake up in the morning and piss excellence. It just really kind of comes natural to me.
Do
I
you
can tell
bottle
that's
it and hold on to it too?
I bottle it, it's a case,
Stuff ages well, you don't want to
like a
waste it.
fine wine.
Do you
That's
carry
right.
those records with you when you go to like Taco Bell and shit? You just like put them in your passenger seat. And you're like,
I-
yeah, me and my platinum records are like some burrito supremes if possible,
No, it's actually watch. It's just a blue screen. I'll change it right now.
It's that's funny.
Now I'm in Hawaii. Woo!
That's the one Anthony usually uses, but he didn't today for some reason.
Yeah, I'm just using the sheet behind me. It's super classy.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
A lot of those filters.
That's where my
are good.
platinum records are gonna go. Like when I get them, I don't have them yet. I got a plan, to get talented at music and like then get some records. But right now, it's just a blanket.
Sadly, you don't have to do that. You don't have to.
Haven't you heard popular music, man?
Just go right to the gold record. You can go right to the gold record.
Perfect.
Nowadays.
Okay, yeah. So I'll probably fit in not being able to sing. That's
It
perfect.
depends. All you got to do is find a way to push their dumbing down agenda through your music, and it will get pushed.
Right. So
These days.
go viral somehow. Make a killer
Just repeat
TikTok.
the New World Order.
That's it.
Yeah, you got to be one of the island boys at this point.
Yeah.
That'll take you there.
Yeah.
So PJ, I know you play in Raw still, and you're doing the Fozzy thing, and you do the Trixter thing, but don't you do some other things as well?
Yeah, I play with Eric Martin from MR.BIG. I've been playing with him for about 6 years now. We've been friends
Nice.
for about 30. We've been friends for like 30 years, and we just started playing together over the last 6 years or so. And we do like a full band thing sometimes. Me and my guitar player from Trixter, and a drummer friend of ours, Joey Casada. But a lot more than those shows, we do like broken down kind of acoustic shows, just me and him and a
That's
percussionist.
dope. That's dope.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's and I never tell him this, but he's one of my favorite singers, and so it's great to be able to sing with him and play with him.
You think he's a better singer than Sean Danielsen from Smile of Your Soul?
That's not hard. That's definitely not hard.
I was just wondering. What you thought about it.
Shit stir.
I was wondering, like, my favorite singer is probably Sean Danielsen from Smile of Your Soul. Like, I think,
Right.
I know what you thought. I know what
Right.
you thought.
Grab a microphone, start singing with him.
Oh no, I'm not talented. I'm self-aware that I'm not talented though. Unlike a lot of people, But I feel, you killed them, man. Like that's a lot of records back there, bro. I'm happy for you. Like when I see that wall behind you, I'm just like, I just met you, but I'm proud of you. I'm proud of this young man with all these platinum records and like gold records. I'm like, damn, you're just killing it, bro.
I hope this just happens to be where I can do my Zoom interviews. I noticed after a while, I'm like, I think I'm coming off like a dick with all this shit behind me. But it's like, this is like my I built out my garage as my studio and stuff, and this is where all my crap comes. It's my little nook of the house. So it's like where I can do interviews and jam where I don't wake my kids up or anything like that. So like I'm out here. So this is where all my stuff has to be. So
all your platinum records have to be in the
like I'm sitting there going, like smoking cigars, going, and this one was given to me by Eric Turner from Warren back 30 years ago. And yes, this one is the freshest one, the Fozzy one I just received.
That's what we want to hear. We want to hear that shit. It's American dream, dog. You live in the dream.
Dude, you don't have to. You don't have to explain yourself, man. I have a studio or office room in my house. It's the same way. It's all my shit's in there. My wife won't let that shit spread out of my office. It's the only place it can go.
She's trying to keep you humble, dog. She's trying to keep you humble.
It's not going to go in the rest of the house where all the fucking generic shit from Home Goods or fucking Hobby
Live, laugh, love. Live, laugh, love, and
That's right. That's right. You got to have the important shit in the living area.
Right.
Dude, if I had that many records, I'd have one in every room, like every single room. Like if you asked to use my bathroom, I'd have a gold record above the bathroom. I'm like, yeah, go ahead and use the bathroom. I got my gold record, one of my gold records in there. Like that's, I'd be way less humble than you guys. I feel like.
Dude, the producer, the guy that produced our first record, hung the gold record that he got from that record in his bathroom, in his studio bathroom.
That's what you should do.
So people do it.
I carry it around.
Hey.
I carry it around for sure though. Like,
That's a good sign, though. That means you've run out of room. That you have to use the toilet.
Have
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
ever been to
All the
Elvis's
good
house?
spots are taken.
Have you guys ever seen-
I would gladly have one of my gold records hung in someone's toilet.
I'll
Hell
take it
yeah.
off your hands if you're looking to get rid of gold records. I'll gladly take one. But no, dude, have you guys been to Elvis's house? Like he'll humble anyone. Like no matter how cool you think you are, you go to Memphis.
Graceland?
He has 3 rooms full of like records, like everywhere, like just stacked, no space in between them, just stacked up the walls everywhere. I'm like, I'm a loser. I just found out by going to Elvis's house. Even it's like the fastest way to find out you've done nothing. Like, even no
Funny
matter how
story.
cool-
Funny story about Elvis's house is that we were there like back in like the early '90s, something like that. But now, Trixter's manager co-owns Graceland with Lisa Marie.
That's a cool flex.
And so Steve and I, my guitar player, we just went there last year, and we had to call him. We haven't seen him in years. Like, hey, we're going to Graceland, hook us up. We got us a VIP tour. Like, just it's crazy.
That's dope. That's fucking awesome.
We were his first and only band, and like now the guy owns Graceland. It's pretty silly.
So he only managed Trixter.
Yep.
How did he?
He was just a guy out of Jersey. Him and another guy, this guy Ken Mako, and they were friends with Peter Mensch from Q Prime Management, who manages. I mean, you name it. You don't get big Q Prime. I mean, next to HK. I mean, I don't know. But at the time, this guy Ken found us when we were just teenagers playing underage clubs and stuff, and he brought in this guy Joel, who had a good business sense, and these guys knew Peter Mensch. So that was the time. That's kind of how we got our record deal. Peter Mensch basically walked our demo into every record label and said, "You might want to come listen to these guys." First of all, I mean, we were packing clubs in New York City when we were like 15 years old. So there was a legitimate thing going on. Well, but I mean, a lot of people had shit going on. But Peter Mensch was like, "Here, you might want to come see this band. They're going to be on tour with Def Leppard next year." So gave him a little nudge to take us a little bit more seriously and come out and see us and see what was happening. You can go to like any venue in New York City we were playing, or in New Jersey, and we were, for a local unsigned band, we were doing pretty good, pretty impressive numbers. So, I mean, I kind of got off the beaten path there, but yeah. So our manager, he only managed us, and then when we severed that relationship, he got smart and got out of rock and roll and decided to own part of it.
Own Graceland, yeah, not a bad move.
That's amazing. Like, so you toured with Def Leppard? Is that what I heard you said too?
No, it was a scare tactic.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. I was like hyped. I'm like, the drummer only has one arm. Man. That's a very talented drummer, Like,
yeah. Also impressive.
He's like a kickboxing drummer, It's like it's fucking weird. But I think Small Soul's a lot better than Def Leppard. That's how I feel.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there's only 2 guys in Smile Empty Soul. All that racket's coming from the stage. Only 2 of them. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. Sean's drummer has 2 arms too. So if you're into like drummers with 2 arms, like Sean has one, but don't listen to Def Leppard. He plays bass and guitar at the same time too. That's impressive.
I know. I think I was telling you, Sean, about how we did a Fozzy tour last year, and we had a band called Crash Karma, who's a husband and wife, and he plays the same kind of deal. He's got like the bass guitar thing. And that was the first time I ever saw that.
Yeah.
They were on in a band called GFM, who was 3 sisters, teenage sisters, and the singer plays bass, but she comes out first 3 songs, she doesn't play bass. She's just like, fuck it, I'm coming out and I'm fronting the band, no bass. That's it, no bass. And I'm like, so we did first night of the tour. I'm watching. I'm like, am I the only fucking bass player on this tour? I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And I forget what we did. And then right after that, I think I see Sean playing. I'm like, I'm starting to get a little offended here.
Bass players are kind of getting pushed out, I guess.
Like, no one's using. It's very bassist. I don't know. It's very bassist of all these people kicking us out. So
bass bigotry.
That's why I'm in 5 bands, but I don't know. Not for long.
I think the bass is alive and well. It's just you just happen to bump into a few unique scenarios in a row. You know,
It is
I
pretty cool,
definitely.
though.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously I'm not going to be pulling off like all the coolest bass lines on a record, but I think for the live thing for our style, it does it gets the job done. You know.
Dude, I watch you guys every night, and as a bass player, I'm like, it's there. I didn't miss anything.
It definitely fills the frequency. I mean, your tone's going to be better, and you're going to be able to do more stuff. But for just handling the roots, you know, it does the trick.
You're playing songs, man. You know, you're playing great rock songs. You know, you're not showcasing. Even if the bass player was there, you're not showcasing him. He's there to
Right.
play the song. So
Yeah, it's more song oriented, I guess,
right,
in stylistically, so it works. You know.
exactly.
Plus, it's nice to roll with only 3 people total. You know.
Yeah.
It's one less body in the bus, and that definitely makes a difference in an RV.
Oh yeah. One less fart.
Dude, yeah.
That's one less fart per 10 minutes. That shit adds up.
Depending on their dietary choices, of course.
That's
I'm always
right.
the guy. I'm always the guy at the end of the night when you go to the truck stop. I'm like, are you gonna eat that? And we're getting on the bus for 10 hours. You gonna do that? All right.
Dude, I had a
question
base.
everybody.
What?
I said I question everybody's meal choices at the end of the night.
You had to be the reminder, the sane one to
Yeah.
let them know what's about to happen. We had a bass player for a while, actually a pretty well known guy that filled in for us. I won't name names because it's a funny story, but he was getting these fucking weird cheese logs at Walmart all the time. They had like, it was like just a log of cheese with like, you know, some meats built into it, and I mean it was good, but he was like getting them and just eating the whole thing, and then he would just light up the fucking vehicle, and I had to ban the cheese logs after a while because
Yeah.
it was too much, dude. We were rolling in a Mercedes Sprinter van, one of those 25-foot ones, so we didn't have even the luxury of the tour bus where you can escape to the front or back lounge, you know.
Right. Yeah. Too close quarters for that meat log.
Yeah, it's a no-go.
I barely let anybody in my bus, man. It's just my wife and I. That's like the best part. It's like, yeah, man. I don't let many people in my bus.
Yeah, PJ Anthony lives in a school bus. He's got a.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I'd prove it to you if he wasn't pitch black. Like, you know. but yeah, but in 2 weeks it turns into a tour bus. So in 2 weeks it turns into a tour bus. So but yeah, right now I'm in a parking lot of a 3M bar. I've lived here since January. I picked up drinking too.
We all have a lot in common.
Yeah, no, I feel like comedy's the same as music, except for like no one respects me. You know, it's like I have no respect for fans, and like if I had fans and respect, we'd probably be very similar people. You know, no gold record,
Right.
just a sheet behind me. You know, it's not doing. It's not, I was gonna hit you guys up for spare change in this episode. I was wondering if any rockstars had spare change. I'll give it my Indiegogo campaign.
Venmo me here. Pop up your Venmo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was like, I'm gonna talk to rockstars so I can panhandle. But no. I mean, I don't know. It's probably the same thing you guys do, except for you guys have houses also. You know, you don't just have the bus, right? I think that's the main difference. But I prefer it. I hate bills. I'd rather just fucking like eat out every day and fucking do what I want. You know?
Right. Yeah, you don't have kids, right?
Yeah, I haven't cooked in like a year. I just like go to this like Greek food place every day for lunch and like and like all that.
It's just you and your wife, though, right? No kids or anything, a dog or anything.
I don't take care of my kids. They're at the grandma's house. You know.
I don't.
Bullshit. He doesn't have any kids.
I'm just messing. You seem like a good guy. I'm just messing with you. No, I don't have kids at all, man.
He's like, give me the Dewey Cox answer. Well, I don't. Right now, custody's trying to be forced upon me, and I don't think custody should be forced upon you.
Dude, yeah, I love Dewey Cox. That was a great fucking movie. That was a great. I actually worked in the movie theater when that came out. I was like fucking 19 or 20 or some shit. I remember like pretending to work there and just watch that movie. I definitely got paid to watch that movie. I got paid $7 an hour to watch that movie.
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, like, it's the new Spinal Tap in my world. Like,
dude, it's amazing.
That's a good call, man.
Have you guys seen the extended version of Dewey Cox? There's like an extra half hour of material on it.
No,
I think I have only. So,
It's something you got to see if you haven't. It's hilarious,
yeah.
man. There's
Wait, is this
there's
still
some gems that
daylight in
got
Mexico?
cut.
You know what? There's actually sometimes if they play it on like TBS or TNT or something like that, it's like Anchorman. They'll play like a director's cut or something,
Right.
and I'm like, I remember turning it on, going, "What the hell is this scene? I've never seen this."
Yeah,
But yeah,
dude. That movie's always been one of my favorites and one of our favorites on tour. You know, it's a great fucking music movie. And so, I'd seen it a million times, and then I was in Walmart one time late at night, and we were on the road, and I saw the Dewey Cox, unedited extended version for like $5 in this DVD bin, and I bought it. And we watched it, and we were just blown away by how much extra footage there really is.
yeah,
It's pretty cool. It's like a whole other chunk that was edited out.
right. There's like a whole other ending, right? Is that it, or am I thinking of
And
Anchorman?
I think there's a whole other ending and other scenes throughout the whole movie
Yeah.
too. So it's worth checking out. So
Have you guys seen the alternative
PJ,
ending to Army of Darkness? Like, that's pretty crazy.
Army of Darkness?
Yeah, you remember that movie?
Oh yeah.
I never saw
It
it.
had the same. No, okay, it's like an Evil Dead series. Like it's the best one in the Evil Dead series. But they made a different ending. Like also like you're talking about Dewey Cox. Like they have alternative endings. Apparently, a lot of movies are like that. It's kind of interesting.
A lot of movies have to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. That's cool. What do you like? The movie industry is kind of different than your industry, though. I think entertainment's all kind of the same, but I think movies and music are kind of different.
Yep.
Well,
yeah.
Rock stars are cooler than movie stars. I feel like because movie stars are all kind of. I don't want to say what I think because you guys.
That,
you know.
I
But
think
I feel like I think movie stars are kind of lame, but I think rock stars are kind of cool. That's how I feel about it.
that's because movie stars have all the money.
And all the dudes. They have all the dudes.
They have all the dudes.
Dude, yeah. Every actor's gay. Like, every actor seems gay. I feel like I was on I was in 2 movies. I was in 2 movies and I'm surrounded by just like theater fags everywhere. I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god. They're like, this craft table's not good enough. I'm like, what? You work at Domino's, dog? Like, you enjoy the craft table, man. It's just like, like movies are fun to work on, but like you're just surrounded by all these like weird people, man. Like you, I don't know, like the gothic people, the kind of people that probably go to your guys' shows, but not you guys. But not you guys.
Like, in general, you guys.
All y'all guys.
Specifically.
No, the rock stars seem more chill. They seem like smarter, more on point. Like musicians seem more musicians in general seem more on point. I think than like the movie scene.
Really have you fooled?
Well, it's working. You guys tricked me then. I feel I'm easy to trick. I'm stupid. So I'm easy to trick. What up? Wow. So what's
if we were so smart, we'd get into movies and make all the money.
See, I don't know if movies have money either. They're making like Spider-Man 45 and stuff, man. Like I think movies are dead too. I think the cell phone replaced every industry. I mean, that's where we're at right now. We're trying to redefine the new like kind of thing.
The internet, dude. The internet in general has just replaced, entertainment, all other entertainment. I feel like.
And you guys are like top tier in it. You guys aren't like some local band or something. You guys are like in the game actually, and like saying the same thing that I think. I mean, I think like entertainment as well. I think you're seeing I think it's coming back though. I think for example, like look at porn. Porn is free forever now. OnlyFans is making people money. I think it's going to happen. And like you're going to redefine ways to make money in your career, in your fields and careers. I mean, outside of 360 deals and all those bundle packages and stuff. I think you're going to see like new. I think you're going to see new things. I think you're going to see like a lot of new. People are going to reinvent how to make money. Like everybody needs money, and you guys
we have to. We have to find new ways to make money because all the ways that we knew how to make money are all changed and different now. So we're forced to, all right, now we have to become TikTok stars. Let's try that now. It's like,
a game of adapting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you constantly. I mean, to be in the game as long as you guys have been in the game, I mean, you have to be. I mean, I feel like I've just now got into where I want to be. It took me like 10 years to get where I want to be. I think you guys have been here longer than I've been trying. You guys have been in the game longer than I've even tried to get entertainment. So that's a skill set in its own. You have to evolve and know. I mean, a lot of things to be where you're at. You have like how many records behind you, bro? Like that's like you got like 9 gold records behind you. Like Like holy shit, dude! I mean, that's like crazy to me. I'm like from the Midwest. I'm some loud moron from the Midwest, and like I see all that behind me. That's like crazy to me. Like that's like I'm like holy shit. I mean, you know what I mean? That's like nuts to me.
Yeah, it's 33 years and going
That's
of
awesome.
doing it. You know.
Yeah, you've been successful almost as long as I've been alive. You know, that's awesome, man.
So
How old are you?
36.
I got a drinking problem older than you.
Dude, I just picked up drinking again and it fucking rules. Like, what's everybody so mad about, man? It's not, you know, it's not hard to drive or anything. People like, don't do it and drive. I'm like, you can't drink and drive, you're a moron. You know, that's how I feel.
Especially in a school bus.
I think Facebook just dropped the feed, man.
You're right. No, I'm just fucking around. Don't drink and drive. Only I should. Yeah.
So PJ, did you get your start in the industry with Trixter? Was that your first?
Yeah.
Your first signed gig, basically.
Yeah.
How did you go from that to Raw?
Well, I mean, it was a pretty significant gap. I mean, Trixter kind of wrapped up. It was we were done by like '95, and there was a window of like 6 years or so where I didn't tour or anything. I was just home playing locally, and I had another band with my guitar player from Trixter. We were pretty close to getting a deal, and you know, just kind of kicking the dog, and you know, it just never happened. And I think it was 2001. Sahaj from Raw called me to join the band, and they weren't even signed to Universal yet. And he sent me some demos. He sent me like "Do You Call My Name" and "Rectifier," some of the key songs off the first record. I was like, holy, I was blown away. But at the time, I had something kind of bubbling with the band I was currently with, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I could just up and leave right now. I mean, because you don't have a deal, I don't have a deal, I'm close. So I love this stuff, but I can't. So I was going to do some showcases with them, and they never surfaced because it was around December, and you know how that goes. Like nothing happens after December.
Yeah, it shuts down.
So then cut to May of 2002, and I hear "Do You Call My Name" on the radio. It was literally like 6, 7 months later. I'm like, holy shit, that was quick. And then boom, Sahaj calls me. He goes, I need you right now to fly out and join this band. He's like, I got to fire my bass player, and you know, I'm asking you again. So I was like,
nice.
All right, well, now he's got a deal. He's out on tour right now. They were in the middle of a tour with Stone Sour and Powerman 5000, and you know, I was home just playing locally. What I had going on with my other band at that point kind of was cooling off. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm up. Send me my ticket.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then, what year did you guys stop touring with Raw for the first time?
I think the first time was, I want to say 2007, maybe, because it's weird. We would take so long in between records because we were getting pulled around by Universal for so long that it was a lot of long gaps between records. So it always seemed like we went away and broke up, and then we'd come back with another record.
Right.
But yeah, I think the longest break I'm going to say was probably 2007, 2008. I don't know, it's a little fuzzy because so many times we went away for a couple of years and came back, then went away and came back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I remember after 2007, I want to say we took a couple of years. Then we came back in like 2012 or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
I got. If only there was something that we had in our hands at all times to look up information like this. Where like, oh, I'm on it right now though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It all gets a little blurry when you play so many shows with so
because
many bands.
I was also juggling bands like at the time when Raw would kind of pop up. I was always doing like Trixter kind of reunited in 2008, and we started playing for the first time in 3 years. Then I was also playing with Lita Ford for a couple of years. At the same time, Raw came back together. So it seemed every time Sahaj wanted to do something with Raw, it was always in something different. but I always went back to rock, or somehow made it work. Scheduling gods are always in my favor, up until recently, up until this last year.
Right.
But yeah, I'm sure we'll be back again in the next 5 years.
Yeah. So, how much of the year on average do you think you spend on the road these days?
um, it's a good amount. I mean, up until I joined Fozzy, I was doing mostly weekend warrior fly date stuff, whether it was Eric or Trixter, or, I put a couple solo records out myself, and I would just go out and fly out and do weekend, like, solo shows. Um, maybe 4 or 5 days the most. Fozzy is the band that it's like it always works out to where almost a decade goes by before I join a band that puts me back on the bus and into that touring cycle thing.
Yeah.
And so for the last 3 years I've been in Fozzy, we go out like 2, 3 times a year. It's a pretty steady thing. We go out spring, we go out fall, and we do the UK and the late fall, early winter, and then repeat. And when I'm home from Fozzy, I'm still doing weekend stuff with Trixter or Eric or Also, there's an '80s tribute band that I play that's based out of New York, um, that I'm in with my guitar player from Trixter, and it's basically a national act. It's called Rubik's Cube, and it's like a Broadway show. It's a corporate private party um, band. So 90% of our work is all exactly. It's
Yeah.
all that we're
Nice.
doing actresses private 50th birthday parties and playing Hawaii or playing some corporate Christmas party, Facebook's Christmas party, or it's pretty cool actually. And
That's great.
we tour, so I mean, luckily I have a sub for that, so they're pretty lenient with me, so I can just kind of play when I'm around and
Do
sub
you
out.
guys tour? Do you guys tour with that band like even like weekdays and everything, like get in the bus and go, or do you just do weekends
No,
and
it's
stuff?
all fly dates. I mean,
Yeah.
it'll be like, hey, if Maui Jim Sunglasses call and we're playing their Christmas party in Maui on a Wednesday, we go out and do it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Where have you
yeah,
played in
so
Maui?
we just play, whatever ballroom at the Hilton or the Sheraton or wherever, the corporations having their party.
Dope, dope.
That's
But I
great,
mean,
man.
it's so weird because when you're playing for millionaires, you get like the band's played the Apollo, the band's played, I mean, you name it. I mean, we played the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They rent out these venues and throw parties, and it's like, you know, they got money to burn. It's amazing. So we get
Yeah,
to do a lot of really cool things.
Corporate gigs are the shit, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
you're
been
like selling out rules. You guys are like selling out rules, dude. Like it's like fucking like all these people are afraid to do it, man. But like I got all this money now. It's like everything's changed, and I start just selling out all the time.
it's not selling out playing for a private
I know. I'm just messing
corporate
around. I'm just messing
gig,
around. Don't worry. I'm just trying to entertain myself. No,
that's
it's part of the job.
that's
It's part of the job.
that's how you make the cash to keep doing what you want to do and love to do,
That's how you guys
Yeah.
are in houses, and I'm in a bus, right?
Until
I'm in an
Thursday.
RV. I'm in an RV right now, buddy.
Is it still daylight there? Like I was looking at your skylight. Is it still daylight where you're at?
It's the sun is almost down, but it's
That's crazy.
I'm 1 hour behind you right now.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm
So
in
I got a
Mountain
question for both you guys though. Like, what's the first thing you guys bought when you got signed? Like, what was like the first thing you're just like, fuck yeah, I'm buying this right now? PJ first. Like,
I didn't have that purchase. I was just so psyched that I can go to the diner and pay my own tab. That rocked my world. I mean, I was 16 years old, so I couldn't buy a car. I didn't have my license yet.
wait, you got
Like,
signed at 16? That's nuts.
yeah, yeah.
Holy man, that's crazy. I was
So
day
I
trading
wasn't.
at 16 still. That's crazy. You're signed, though.
Yeah, I wasn't buying houses or anything like that. I was, just happy that I can go to the diner with my friends and buy my own fucking cheeseburger, get fries with it if I wanted.
That's fair. That's fair. Being an artist like sucks at first, and like it's awesome,
It's a roller coaster.
What about you, Sean? What's the first thing you bought when you got signed?
A really nice French restaurant dinner. the day we signed and our checks came in and shit. Yeah, I went out to a real nice dinner and then most of my money went into alcohol and drugs for a long time. And
yeah, I was gonna say besides drugs. That's actually what I was like. Yeah, if you have a hit song, I did it for the drugs. You know, it's kind of like expected, I imagine.
You're gonna get a short answer.
I managed to flush a lot of money down the toilet. Let's just put it that way.
I still feel like that. I still feel like I blew so much money this week. I'm like, man, I made great money this week, but I blew it all on dumb shit. I mean, just like literally, like, I don't make my own foods. I eat out every single meal I've eaten so far, like since January. But I don't know, it's kind of dumb, but I love it. I hate cooking and I hate like making my own food.
Yeah, well, you're in a perfect position to do just that.
Yeah, I have no bills.
Yeah, that's the dream, man.
My bills are $240 a month, bro. That's where they're at right now.
Can you cook in your bus? Do you have a kitchen?
I could. I just don't want to. Even I can do whatever I want. I can cook anywhere. I just don't fucking want to.
Then you gotta clean it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I have to fucking spend like 30 minutes cooking when I just like hand somebody $20, like they'll be happy. You know what I mean? It's just like it's like crazy. I have no idea how people just want to cook for people. I don't want to do it for myself.
You should cook your own meals, but you should hire a housekeeper.
There you go.
Yeah, bus keeper.
That's a fit move. That's a bus keeper. Yep.
Yeah,
a bus keeper.
Well, I should just kidnap a fan on tour. I should be like, yeah, dude, isn't touring so crazy? And just make him clean the whole time. I'm like, oh, is it crazy going places?
Keep him in a dog crate in the corner and then just let him out to clean here and there, like once a week. Just splash beer in their face when you walk by them every time and fucking degrade them and shit.
I feel like I just do that in every conversation anyway. I feel like I just degrade everybody in every conversation I have.
Part of the job.
You're a natural roaster.
Yeah, I'm just like a complainer. Like you're the same way. You're like we both just complain about everything. We're like, man, I hate my awesome life, man. Wouldn't it be cooler if it was like more awesome? You know what I mean? It's just like that's how I feel. Is like, I mean, and Sean's the same way. That's how I relate to Sean. We have the biggest complaint list in entertainment. I feel like we're like, we're just like, man, I hate just like doing my dream, dude. You know, it's so fucking annoying.
Wouldn't it be great if we were more privileged?
Yeah,
wouldn't that be awesome?
So true. That's so true. Like, no matter how cool my day is, I'm just like, man, it could be cooler, you know. And like,
right.
You guys were talking about the phone thing earlier too. Like, it was funny. Like, I stopped smoking weed for a second, but I went to the dispensary today, and I don't have an ID. Because long story, I'm not gonna tell you why. But I didn't have an ID. I still got weed without an ID, and like, unless this is like being recorded by feds, this is all satire. But I basically like, I was at the mall, and they have a fucking dispensary at the mall now, and I'm
where
like,
are you?
I'm in St. Louis, Missouri right now. But I went to the Galleria, if you're familiar with the area. I went to the Galleria, went to the mall there, nice mall. And like my wife's buying some, who knows what she's buying. And like I'm just like sitting here eating pretzel hot dogs like a fat piece of shit. And I look over and there's like a fucking dispensary. And I'm like, I'm going there right now. I go there. I go, I don't have an ID, but you can literally Google how old I am. I'm like, just Google my name and then look how fucking old I am. And he was like, oh, okay. And I already look old. I'm not like, it's not a mystery. I'm fucking not 20. You know what I mean? It's not a mystery that I'm not 18. But I feel like he literally went off Google and still sold me a moon rock joint, and that's why I'm so nice right now. You know, that's why that's in that nice zone. You know,
hey, providing a service.
It is. And basic internet fame hooked me up not having an ID, because if I wasn't Googleable, I couldn't have bought that. So I'd like to shout out to Internet Hustle. You know, Internet Hustle.
Yeah.
I would be just drinking Heinekens right now. You know,
as long as you got your phone on you, always got an ID.
Yeah, basically, I'm like, I don't have even Google me. He's like, oh, really? Oh, he's like, you can't Google everyone. He's like, oh, he's like some 25-year-old dude.
He was Mickey Mouse.
That's how he sounds. I mean, he's a cool guy. Sam's a good guy. I don't want to say that. Sam from the dispensary at Galleria, you're a great guy if you're watching this. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, he was. I don't know. I just bullshit my way through it. It worked out. It worked out for your boy, you know. Worked out.
Dude, that's great.
Yeah, I stopped smoking weed for like a week, and I just want to like fucking just beat up Vladimir Putin. I just want to fight Russia. Like, I mean, you just get so mad about everything. You're just like, what am I so mad about? You know, like, why do I hate literally fucking everything? And it's weird, and that's why I chain smoke weed. And why you drink wine? You know, it's the same thing. Why I drink Heinekens? You know, I'm like life is crazy stupid, and like I just want to fucking not realize it all the time.
That's right. Amen.
So your weed break was short lived, is the point of your story right now, Anthony.
I'll be back though. I'll be back to not smoking. Wait, what?
You'll be back on the wagon?
No, I'll be back to complaining about everything constantly, really aggressively and fast. I guess that's basically what not smoking is to me. It's like I'm too smart to not smoke. You know, I feel like smoking makes me fucking like dumb and normal. Whereas like fucking like, you know, if I don't know, I just argue with everybody. I'm like arguing with I argue with like a girl that wouldn't sell me gas last night. She like wouldn't sell me fucking gas, and I just called her a fucking retard. You know, and like I shouldn't do that. I should just be like whatever. Everyone's a person. You know, people have been.
Wait a minute. Why wouldn't she sell you gas? Isn't that her job?
Well, you'd like to think people do their job, but they don't. All people can do is like take payment and offer nothing, and be lazy. That's what it seems like to me. I was in the ghetto, and I was trying to get gas because I was like running out of gas. I was driving fast and shit, so like my gas burned fast. And so I stopped at this gas station, and she just ignored me like I'm a ghost. And dude, if I didn't believe in God, I would have killed her. I would have shot up the whole place. You know, but I'm like, God, okay, I give me through this situation where I don't choke slam this lady straight to hell. You know, that's how I feel. But like,
all this happened in Minecraft, right?
No, yeah, it's all satire. But
yeah, we don't want to lose the Facebook feed again.
Fuck Mark Zuckerberg. That was the worst part about going to Hawaii was that he had a house there. Like Mark Zuckerberg had a house there. I'm like, and he's always like doing like fight videos online. I'd love to fight Mark Zuckerberg. Like, legit. I'm probably.
Would he be your one choice if you could fight anybody? Would that be your one choice?
No, I'd fight Satan. If I could pick anybody, I'd fight Satan.
Oh, there you go.
That's
I thought
right.
they were. I think Satan and Mark Zuckerberg might be one and the same.
Well, Zuck's a Satan fan for sure. But no, it's like I'd beat the fuck out of Lucifer. That'd rule. Imagine being the guy that throws Lucifer off Earth, dude. You know what I mean? You'd be like a legend forever, dude.
That'd go viral.
That'd go viral. That's funny, bro. That's
funny. Get yourself a gold record in no time.
That's right.
Well, he's the god of music, man, right? He was all about that music shit. Like you can see it now. You got all these like Satanists and you guys are like in music in like a cool generation. Like now it's like that fat guy Sam Smith and stuff. He's like white Lizzo, and he just like sings all these stupid songs. Like I'm just like, man, he's making Satanism look really dumb right now. You know, like, I'd be mad if I was the devil, dude. Like if like Sam Smith was representing me, man, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, there's definitely, you know, been better, more rebellious acts to represent that than Sam Smith, you know.
Yeah, it's like rebellious to be Christian now. You know what I mean?
Is that?
Yeah.
Are we? Is that? Let me get this straight. We're talking about rebellious musicians, and Sam Smith is who comes to mind.
Yeah, he's not rebellious or a musician, so it's weird.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is you know the.
I was like, did I miss a story?
What?
Yeah, I'm like, did I miss a story? Did Sam Smith go postal or something?
We're just rambling. Just fucking. You know, Sam Smith did that. You know, he's just pushing the Satanism thing like so hard, and we're just saying that, you know, the musicians that used to push the Satanism thing used to be more on the rebellious side. He's more
believable,
soft,
a little more believable.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Maybe we're just seeing through it now. Maybe we're just seeing through the bullshit. You know, maybe Led Zeppelin was as bad as Sam Smith. I don't know. You know, I didn't see him live. You know, so I don't know. I'd be embarrassed if I was the devil. I'd be embarrassed by his representation. You know, that's why I'm going to heaven, man. It seems cooler. You know, I'm just like, yeah. You know, I don't want to burn forever with all these fucking retards. You know, I'd rather just do cool stuff. You know.
Yeah, man.
Well,
cool
put.
stuff.
Well
So much
put.
better. Exactly.
So much better.
So much better.
I like that sentence. Cool stuff is so much better. I want a shirt that says that immediately.
Like
Yeah.
a T-shirt.
Cool
That's
stuff
a
is
good
so
one.
much better. I love that sentence, man.
Sean, are you playing tonight?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we got a show here at the launch pad, and I think I should probably get going kind of soon because we do have to play, but it worked out.
Is Nocturnal Affair out with you now?
Yeah, you know those guys?
Yeah, they tour with us all the time.
Oh, do they really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, they seem to be pretty cool guys. We're about a week and a half into the tour now, so it's, you know, it takes a little bit to kind of get to know the personalities, but that's happening. So
Go in there and tell them I said, hey, besides all the singing and the playing, they were really good.
awesome. I will. I'll tell them that's what you had to say about them. I'm sure they'll be stoked.
Yeah, they're good.
They tour with you with Fozzy a lot? Is that
what you're saying? Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. What's the connection there?
it started just as a buy-on band situation,
Yeah.
and this is, I think, a year or two ago, and then the packages worked, and they did the Jericho cruise last year. What month is it? This year, and then they came out with us in April, and I think they're going to come out with us again in October or something like that. Whenever we
Oh
go
wow,
out.
that's a lot of
Yeah,
runs together.
yeah,
That's good. That's good. That means it's
yeah,
working. You know.
yeah, yeah. It's good group of guys.
Yeah, yeah. I think we have about 2.5 weeks left with them, and then we
Oh,
wrap this up on June 18th, and then we go home for a while.
right
It's gonna,
on.
yeah, it's gonna be nice. It's good to do the back and forth thing with the family. You know how it goes. You gotta
Oh yeah,
get
yeah.
get
I'm
home
at
and
that I'm at that point where, although I mean I could never stop touring. I just love it so much. But I realize the older I get, like once you start getting, like we just did. I mean, I don't know if it's because we did 3 weeks in April, took a week and a half off, and then we did 3 more straight weeks, which is long for us, and then we have to go back and do this last one. So
yeah,
put all that together, that's a lot. That's a lot of touring for me in one clump. But after like 2 weeks or so, you start going, all right, I could probably use a day or two home.
yeah. Dude,
Whereas
I feel
back in the day, I wouldn't even look at when's the last show. I don't even look at that.
oh
I mean,
yeah,
I
dude.
still don't. I'm just appreciative when I do get home, but
Yeah,
I'm still happy to be out there. But yeah, 2 weeks,
yeah.
3 weeks.
I can totally relate to all of that because when we started touring back when I was like in my early 20s, I mean we were out for like almost two
Yeah,
years pretty much straight. You guys
yeah,
were, I'm sure, doing the same thing, and I never look back. And now I'm 41, and we get out here on a tour. I'm looking forward to the tour, and then like you said, about 2 weeks in, I'm like, "Hmm, I'm pretty
yeah.
done. I'm
Ready,
pretty good."
ready.
So you guys
Yeah,
saying you're
that's
old, basically? Is that what you're trying to say?
What?
You guys are trying to say you're old as fuck?
Yeah,
pretty
basically.
much. Yeah,
That's cool.
That's just the natural progression, when you've been touring on the road for decades. It's like the sheen wears off. It's still awesome. There's still things about it that I love. And like you, I mean, I feel like I couldn't ever completely stop
yeah,
doing it because it's just such a big part of my life,
right.
and lifestyle. But you definitely get to appreciate the luxuries of home more when you
Yeah,
get older.
I feel
you
like
know
you
the
guys have been in it forever, and I just got here. I just arrived, so it's more fun for me. I mean, I'm just like, oh man, I can like do whatever the fuck I want all the time. It's great. I mean, but you guys been doing it like for fucking ever. Like you guys had bands forever. Makes more sense. And answer Kiko, yeah, no, I'll be in Omaha for sure. I was asking if I'll be at the fucking. Be cool. I'm
Another
excited to
thing,
go to Nebraska. That's how old I am right now.
another thing too that's different about comedy and playing rock music is that we have to be at the venue so much. I
Oh,
mean,
dude, I know.
it's like
I flew.
you don't have to come halfway through the day and sound check and then just sit there in your fucking vehicle all day
I
long
don't have to
waiting
do
to play.
anything. I literally have to. It's like it's the biggest joke of a job ever. You literally don't. You have to talk for 30 minutes while people hand you beer and cigarettes the whole time, and then joints.
isn't it?
That's pretty much what I do. I just sit there and people just bring me stuff while I'm like talking to them and degrading them and telling them they're all losers now. And it's literally like what they do. They just want to hand me shit the whole time. And joints and cigarettes are props, so it's legal. And and it's great.
It's ironic that the biggest joke is the job.
It is. No, it is. And I'll admit it every time. It's not a real job. Like, it's literally the fakest job. It's like the most bullshit job I've ever had in my entire life, and I love it.
They're like no sound check, no VIP show, no gear to carry. No, I mean it's pretty much
Yeah, we just took
show
the
up.
cool parts of your job, basically. We took everything cool about your job other than the platinum records. So I get no platinum records still because I can't even go on Spotify. They won't even put my comedy on Spotify, so I can't even get that shit in streaming. So it's like
Really?
I was robbed. Yeah, dude. They got mad. I like made fun of. I don't know. They got mad about some dumb shit, but no, I think like,
The censorship era.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I should just be like Biden's great. Hail Fauci. I love everything you tell me to love, and I hate Donald Trump. And they'd fucking give me they'd give me the equivalent of a gold record in comedy. And it was weird. I was telling Sean, like they're putting, like I'm at the level where they're putting, I'm in like press all these people you've actually heard of, like all these comedians you've actually heard of. I'm in the same thing. I'm like, man, I'd be embarrassed if I was on like Saturday Night Live and I'm in the same promo as me. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh man, I'm just straight killing it. Like, I look at her, who the fuck is Anthony Rogers and why is he doing the same promo email from fucking this comedy club? You know, I'd be embarrassed if I was them. You know, but
dude, that happens in the band world all the time. You know.
Oh, I bet you play with everybody.
New people come up and you're just you know, they're on the promos and you're like, I never heard of that, but next thing you know, they're bigger than you. And
no, I'll bring up a band. And Sean's like, oh yeah, I did a show with them. Like, I'll make fun of like Cage the Elephant or some band like that. Or we'll make fun of some band. He's like, oh yeah, I did a show with them one time. Like, it's probably the same thing for you, PJ. Like, I mean, I imagine with like all those records, you probably played with like half the fucking bands on my iTunes. You know what I mean?
I don't know. You're pretty young. I don't know about that.
Only compared to you, you know, not compared to like other people.
Not compared to the Earth.
Well, yeah. No, like 60-year-olds like call me like son, and like 18-year-olds call me old. It's like fucking weird. I'm in that weird in between spot where like I'm like young to some people. Old. Yeah, it's weird. Depends on who you ask. And 20-year-olds are like, ew, you're gross and old. And like 60-year-olds are like, hello, son.
You find yourself hanging out with good people.
Wait, how old are you?
50.
Oh, you're not that old.
Tell that to my back.
You're like 10 years older than me, dog.
More than 10.
Who's back?
Aren't you 36?
Yeah.
Hey,
he's 36. He told me that.
Rockstars how to count? Who taught you fucking musicians how to count? Like,
hey, I'm my own accountant, buddy.
Yeah. Working
yeah,
numbers here.
I can do that math.
Math's for Asians.
Yeah, that's.
It's a racist compliment. Okay, it's kind of racist.
I have an Asian that rolls with us on tour that just counts the cash and sorts it and
sets a row.
Keeps it organized.
Like cool string, it sets a row. Like row. I can't even do an accent. I'm bad at being Asian. I can't make Nikes like that. No accent. I'm bad at it, man. We're getting canceled right now. We're over. It's gonna cancel us again.
Yeah, Facebook's not gonna like this one, dude.
Is Facebook still a thing? Like that's like so weird.
I think so.
Is it?
I'm gonna find out.
You're gonna find out. I think it's where everyone's watching the show now. I think we have 8 people on YouTube and like 600 people on Facebook. Is the spam campaign. I did it in that really long intro. I put it in every group all of my pages were a part of. Like during that
intro?
Yeah, that long ass intro. That's where I spam stuff and make all these people watch. We have 666 viewers right now because we have musicians on here. So you devil brought us the devil numbers, you fucking rock stars.
That's so metal. That's so metal.
Dude, I'm glad metalheads go to hell though. That's pretty cool. And like I'm glad they all go to hell while I go to heaven. You know, that's how I get rid of them. You know.
Dude, on that note, I actually probably should get going, guys. I got a show to attend to here.
You gotta go. Gotta do your job, man.
Yeah, I got a job to fulfill. Luckily, so far in this tour, we've been over in Pacific time, Mountain time. I've been able to still do the show.
Yeah,
so it's
you need to
worked
get a
out.
haircut and shave a little bit too, bro. It's getting disrespectful, you know. It's like you need to get your life together, man. You just need to get your life together and like shave and get a haircut and like just like, you know.
You got it. Next Tuesday when you see me, I'll look very different.
Good. I'm glad.
Dude, thanks for coming on, PJ, man. That's been awesome.
Thanks for having me. Good hanging with you fellas. And,
yeah, definitely. Pleasure to meet you, man. Like,
watch your step walking to the venue tonight.
I will. And you have a great run starting on Thursday, man. Hope it goes well.
You got a lot of shows going up, man. You guys definitely check out all their shows and not go to my shows. You should go see
when are you You got a residency in St. Louis over there, or you gigging over there?
Everybody's a broke crackhead here. I do shows across the United States. Like these people are all losers that steal shit. I just do I do shows. I'm going to Nebraska Friday, and then Sean's got a show there Saturday. I'm gonna check out Small Empty Soul in Omaha, and I got a bunch of other shows in a bunch of places. I tour because there's no money here, bro. You've been here. There's no money here.
There's no money here. Yeah, let's go. Get out of this bad area.
Yeah, that's right. I like living here so I can drive fast and like not get in trouble for anything I do. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of an idiot, so it's good to be in the ghetto sometimes. They got good barbecue and no laws. And then I'll like leave here, and then I'll make a bunch of money in other markets that I don't live, and then I'll come back here to live in the ghetto beneath my means.
Are you over by that mall, like by what St. Peter's, Missouri, whatever it was, by that casino?
How the fuck do you know about St. Peter's? I'm from O'Fallon, actually, right by there. How the fuck do you know about St. Peter's?
Come on, man. I told you.
Dude, you just named my
50-year-old
childhood dog.
50-year-old dog walking this country for 33 years. I know St. Peter's.
That's why I grew up. I grew up in the next town, the west from that. One town west from there is my hometown, O'Fallon, Missouri. It's where I grew up. And that mall is where I smoked everyone's cigarettes in my 20s. Or no, 18 years. Sorry.
You smoked everyone's cigarettes?
Yeah,
That's,
everyone's
that's
cigarettes.
quite an accomplishment, dude.
Professional.
That's the one. It's got the Drury Inn Hotel next to it, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I know that area really well. Wait,
Uh-huh.
Sean, you know St. Peter's too? What the fuck? You guys are scaring me now. You guys are scaring me. Both know about my hometown area.
Hey, you go right over the bridge there, right over the casino. I know it.
Yeah, Maristar. Yeah, you're right by Maristar. Yeah, that's like that's crazy. No, I'm from that area, man. That's where I'm from. But I live in the ghetto now. I'm in St. Louis, where it's ghetto as fuck, and I prefer it because like I don't have kids and I eat barbecue all the time.
Yeah.
The person who said he lost his virginity in Drury just texted me that. I want to say that out loud because he's Cody said, let's bring Cody back on about this. He just said he lost. And Sean, go do your job if you have to at any point. What I'm saying.
All right.
I'll keep mumbling drunk. But Cody said he lost his virginity in Drury. I think he just told me.
Yeah, that Drury Inn right there.
It's a lovely place. I've been there
A
many
lovely
times.
place.
It was.
What a beautiful experience.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's a staple. I
it
drive
smells like
by
cigarettes and Lunchables now, dog. It's like old.
Cigarettes and Lunchables.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
now,
what it smells
so
like now.
there's a Bob
Not
Evans in
Drury,
front of it. Now it's a
But
dispensary.
now it smells like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's a dispensary there?
Yeah, dispensary, and it's never open. Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't wait to try
Wow.
weed.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Sean's trying to weed politely like the fifth time.
I got.
He's like,
I gotta go.
All right, man. Have a
Good
good
talk.
show.